Live from the Injured on the Go Just Call Mo studio.
It's a blast!
It's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time.
Hey.
Dom's here, the Sanford one.
Okay, come on.
The Sanford one.
My
Yes.
thing's not working.
We'll have to get you a new one of those.
Ooh, jeez, it's a little weak.
I know.
That thing almost sounds like a little punani.
Hey, now we get it.
Yeah,
All
you
right.
got it.
Dom.
Yes.
Good to see you, man. How you been?
You guys too. I feel like it's been forever. I guess I've been on tour and I've been.
How'd tour go?
You guys were on tour. Yeah, it's like a full month, right?
Yeah. So I think since I've seen you guys, we've been to Texas and Colorado, and we've been up the East Coast. So the just most recent one, we went all the way up to New Hampshire, where we played with Stephen Marley.
Oh,
right.
okay.
Yes.
That's a man
And,
that knows the punani.
He didn't remember us, but his tour manager remembered us, so that's good. That's good enough for him.
Yeah. There's a memory thing
yeah.
with the Marley Association.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's starting to happen to me a little bit.
Yeah, I think I have it too.
So he actually did a full night of covers of his dad's music, and it was radical, dude. Steven is great. He really
Out of
is.
all of the Marley members, I'll say it like that, there are some that seem to take on his vocal qualities, and there's some that have sort of their own thing.
With Steven, literally, if you
Where
close your
does he
eyes,
stand?
He's awesome, dude.
Yeah, because some you can hear.
Yeah.
I think Ziggy kind of had a little bit of it too, where you'd hear him and you'd be like, "Oh, that's
Yeah,
like."
sure.
I
I mean, they're all great, dude.
Yeah,
you know,
they-
it passed down for
Junior
sure.
Gong.
Yeah, I love Damien. He's
How,
he's
how
amazing.
many of his sons do?
Well, it's not
music?
just sons. It's
Or
like
daughters?
sons and sons of sons and
Yeah,
daughters.
How
and-
many of his
and-
kids?
They're all milking that Marley tea.
I would be too, though.
Oh, absolutely.
And I would be tough gong for life,
Yeah.
repping the brand
Absolutely.
everywhere I go.
Just like the Sublime Kid, I'd be all over that, bro.
Yeah.
I would be like, what took you guys so long to get me in here?
Yeah, Jacob. Yeah,
Because I think he's in his 30s at this point. I mean, he's
he's
up.
got to be close.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm sure at the beginning there was like a maybe the band and Rome. Well, you know, I don't know if they have a contract with him.
funny?
Well, you know what's cool about Jacob is he had his own thing going like the whole time.
Jacob's Castle's good.
I mean,
That's a good record.
It's not even just that he had a few things before Jacob's Castle. We've been playing off and on with him for years and years and years, doing his own thing, which is very commendable because he wasn't suckling on the Noel Teat. He was actually trying to be his own person. But now, dude, it's a perfect fit. It really is.
All
you
we
know?
wanted
He's
was
great.
this, though.
But maybe
You know,
that's.
like,
but
I
maybe
wanted him.
I think
the
you
son.
hit the nail on the head. In order for it to happen, and I do believe in this kind of thing.
Yeah.
He had, in order for him to even maybe achieve a level of confidence that he would need to slide into a Bradley, shoes.
Yeah.
He went out, he did his own thing, which I think does give you that confidence to do it. It wasn't the right time, right? I don't think it was.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have, you don't just immediately slide in there.
Sure.
And then think of all of you guys, they're in that world, right? That like, it does matter to you if he, paid his debts,
Right.
or has his reps, right?
Yeah.
And he does.
Yeah.
So he gets instantly more respect to doing it that way than he would have if he just, did the teat.
And he's a talented kid.
Yeah, he is.
He really is. You know?
Yeah.
Like now that me and Daniel have gone off on our own for 10 years, if radio wants us back and is willing to pay us,
Come on, stroke the check, baby.
Yeah, only
Yeah.
stipulations is we'd have to do exactly the same schedule and exactly the same things we're doing now.
Yeah,
which
and
is
same amount of money.
and same amount of money. Which
Little more.
It's impossible.
Yeah, you can't do it.
Oh, God.
I just want to know who's going to outlast here. Am I going to be sitting here with Daniel's daughter eventually, or
I don't think our kids have anything to do with this garbage. Yeah. Oh no. My daughter, Maisie does like it. Like May does like talking. Like she's like, oh yeah, I'll come in and.
She seems like an adult child. Yeah?
Is
that the deal?
It's the only child thing. It's they call them New York lonely girls or New York lonely boys.
Yeah.
You know, they're like,
She's so responsible and hardworking. I mean, it is insane.
well, she's a little mad at you and I because we had her come in that one day to kind of straighten up and everything, and she's like, yeah, but you never asked me to be on the air.
oh,
And I
okay,
think
well,
she thought that she was going to get some, like, get to do
Airtime.
like a segment or something.
Well, that's what I wanted her to do one.
Well, she can.
Yeah.
But she-
Do you
Bring
have her
back
in here?
Okay.
Like, do you interview her or stuff like that once in a while?
We
or what?
interviewed all the kids.
that
Yeah, we
right?
brought
Yeah.
them all in here, put them on the couch.
We
and
did
were
for
like talking.
Thanksgiving
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
We'll do
It's
it again
fun.
this
We're gonna
year.
do it again
That's
this year. Yeah,
hilarious.
it's our Thanksgiving.
And you guys have your chicks in here too, yeah? Like,
yeah, we gotta have the
Yeah.
moms in here.
How does
Yeah,
that go?
I like that you said chicks.
Yeah. You know what? You're earning so many more points today. Yeah, this guy.
Yeah,
I
Mike-
gotta be honest with you guys. I definitely roasted a bone outside.
Oh,
and,
we
and
can
I feel
smell it.
I feel really good.
Yeah, we can smell our whole. This it smells like a
Well,
dispensary.
I feel terrific, actually. Yeah.
I thought I was
Thank
a
you.
true lead for a hot minute.
Every time you come in here, I never assume that you haven't roasted a bone.
No, I'm feeling good for sure. Plus, you know what? The
I never
boss
like
isn't
that.
here too, so I can let my hair down a little bit.
Yeah. I get it. I get it, man.
So let's talk about roasted bones. Let's talk about Back to the Future Day, because that's why you came in
Yeah,
today.
man. We got to get the word out on this.
So it's today, and you're doing.
Yeah, if you're hearing this right now, just drop what you're doing and drive straight to West End.
Yeah.
Well, a
and
lot of people are probably on their way there now.
I hope
you
so.
know, Yeah.
So,
So-
it's the 40th year anniversary since the original Back to the Future came out,
Right.
and you're celebrating that at the West End by showing the original movie.
Right.
Nice.
And also, you have a DeLorean.
We have a DeLorean on site tonight. Yes.
Okay, and it's in the West End courtyard.
It's in the Wild Western Courtyard.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and
So you can take your photo ops,
Right.
you know, like
Sure.
go down there and, you know, like
you can't
dress
get in
up.
it though, right?
So so the whole thing is free tonight. To
Oh,
come
nice.
and
Okay.
show up. If you want to take a photo by the DeLorean, yes, it's free. But we have an upgraded VIP package where you can actually get inside the DeLorean.
Oh, okay. That's what I want.
Hey.
And then with that VIP package, you get like a T-shirt, you get VIP seating in the front row of the the venue and stuff like that for the deal.
That's cool.
Has the DeLorean turned from the worst idea to the most famous car? Is there any other car that's close to that?
The General Lee.
But that's only because of the paint job.
What about Knight Rider?
No.
No, but only,
DeLorean.
yeah. Because DeLorean, you don't even need any
Wait,
of the
I got
flux
it.
capacitor
I got
on
it.
it.
I got the ones you pee on, the Teslas, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I have a Tesla. Not,
Yeah, you don't pee on that car?
no,
That Nazi mobile?
yeah, I love my Nazi mobile. Oh my God!
It drives itself.
Oh my God,
Boy,
it's
oh
great.
boy.
It's
great.
worth it.
You got to know German to
Yeah.
get the
But-
commands. but-
So where are we at? Are we
Okay.
are we disliking Elon at this point? Or
Oh,
are
I
we,
never
Why are you
liked
bringing
him.
this
I'm-
up?
Are we
we're
back
not-
to liking
We're
him
not talking
now?
about that. We're talking about the car.
Well, you bring on the Elon Musk.
This guy's doing politics over here. I'm not doing that.
Oh, we should
It's
do
a
a show.
car.
Talking politics.
I'm
with
only
Dom.
saying that because I'm thinking to myself, oh, these goons in the message board are gonna hate me now. 'Cause I
No,
said
they're
Tesla.
not. They're not gonna. No, they don't. They don't love Teslas. They're not Tesla guys.
All right. Something tells me that some of your fans are a little on the.
Oh, that'll help you.
Yeah.
This is the bone talking.
when he roasts a boat, he loses
This is
his
the bone
mind.
talking.
My God, what kind of
Paul's driving down here right now to
No,
rip
stop,
out of
stop,
here.
no.
what kind
Yeah,
of boat
he's
are you
like,
roasting out
he's like,
there? Sodium pentothal.
promote the goddamn Back to the Future. Quit
Hey.
talking about this.
Goons, I love you guys, man. Seriously, don't you worry.
Some of those goons
okay.
spend money in West End.
Yeah.
So, now, is it gonna have the doodads on it like the movie, or just a?
I think so.
Is it
I
a
think,
stock?
I think so.
DeLorean?
I think it's a
Replica.
a little
Back
more
to
of
the
a
Future.
like a prop
Well,
kind of
no
car. Yeah.
good DeLorean. Okay, if you own a DeLorean,
because you need the flux capacitor.
if
on
you
the back.
own the DeLorean
Yeah.
and you don't have doodads on it, or
Yeah.
at least removable doodads that you can put in the trunk,
You're blowing it.
then you
Yeah.
don't deserve the car.
No.
Because like, what's the point of owning a DeLorean with no
There-
flux capacitor doodads?
There's a lot of DeLorean owners that
No.
just like a rum stock. They don't
Oh,
like. They don't
get
even
outta
like
here.
Back to the Future. They're like mad at it
Get out of here.
because
No.
it makes
Take them away.
because everybody just associates.
You're making a mockery of my vehicle.
Everybody associates the DeLorean with that. Anyway, so you can watch the original Back to the Future tonight.
Yeah, in a
and
group
then
setting where
take
everybody's having a
picture.
good time, having a couple beers and enjoying it.
Yeah.
Can you bring your kids?
Yeah.
Why do you gotta be that guy always? This
I
guy
wanna
brought
bring
his
my
kids
kids.
to a Newfound Glory concert, and everybody around him is
They're-
like, "Get them out of here!"
No, they're
Yeah.
a kids band. Dom knows.
Oh yeah, Newfound Glory, biggest kids band in the world. They're just like, Yo Gabba Gabba.
No,
Yeah,
no,
I'm
but-
sure we wouldn't toss them out if some kids showed up and want to take pictures with the DeLorean and stuff like that, with their
Okay.
family and stuff like that. Plus, like I said, it's in the Wild West courtyard, so up until 9 o'clock Wild West, anyways, it's all.
I do
Okay.
like that though. I will say
Yeah.
that I don't support it, and I don't think you should do it. But if it's happening, I enjoy it. when the kid wants to take a picture with the DeLorean and the person's like, rules are rules. You get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
I enjoy that.
We would actually,
it's a level of exclusivity
we would be
that I
stoked
don't normally
that the kids
get.
want to take a picture with the DeLorean. Like, thank you for understanding culture. Thank you for
Yeah.
culturing your children. Very nice of you.
Yeah.
Good work.
Thanks for
Good on
showing
you.
them quality movies.
Absolutely. Like, we watched Jaws the other day. 50 years, bruh. That movie is 50 years old. Can you believe that?
Yeah, when I put it on, I'm like, my eyes.
Oh my
Like, give me
lord!
something digital.
I just feel like an old man watching it now.
Yeah, let's talk about
With my young wife, it's great.
Back to Future.
You know what? I'm gonna give him another check mark.
That's
The
why.
bones. When you are on
Yeah,
the
yeah.
bone, I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
I love
Yeah.
Dom on a Bone is a new segment we're doing.
Yeah.
She legit was like, I don't remember Jaws at all. I saw it one time.
Oh, that's good. That means how do I say that? I want to
Let's
be
talk
polite.
about having a young wife.
Oh, it's gotta be great.
Yeah.
Back in the year 2000 when I was, a teenager still.
Now, see, here's the thing. I used to have a young wife.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Yeah. That's
Not anymore. You've never had a young wife. Yeah, Dom and Dan. True or not true? Don't beat me up. It's the meanest thing I've ever said to him.
That was pretty mean.
His wife has always been older than him, even when they were 16.
Really?
Yeah. She's a year older.
Yeah,
than me.
it doesn't matter.
Well, technically,
he's never had a young wife.
she's my same age right now, but in like next week she'll be,
Yep. Her
the
birthday's coming up. I'm
But-
not going to say her age.
Anyway, so let's talk Back to the Future, and let's talk about my favorite part of Back to the Future, which
Ghost job.
I literally have fantasies about what
The mom.
No,
Banging the mom.
No, why would you say that?
And they're
No,
making
no.
everybody in all the photos disappear.
No.
I would do that too. And you know what I would do? I'd be
No,
banging
come
the
on.
mom. Here's what I'd do, Dom.
That's your own mom.
I'd be banging my own mom and then looking at the picture at the same time to watch them disappear as I bang my mom.
Heavy.
It's called the ultimate back to the orgasm.
Heavy.
Like, as disgusting as it sounds, this is a popular category.
Very It's like number 2.
Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah, it's number 2, number 3.
Anyway, it's a sports almanac, and so I often think
You are a Biff. You are one. You know what?
Call me Castleberry Biff.
Somebody Photoshop Tom as Castleberry Biff, and I will print the shirts myself. I'll do it myself.
Castleberry Biff.
In fact, I'll take it to Sunshine State.
Yes,
I'll
please.
take it to the Threads.
Do it.
I'll print them myself down there with Paul and Dom.
That's funny.
So I thought like what because I remember I was seeing Back to the Future as a kid and I didn't understand gambling and like how he got rich off of the sports almanac, but now I
So
do.
you were too dumb to. I knew what they were doing.
I was young or you were old already. I was a baby when I
Okay, I
watched it.
deserve that.
Wait, are we talking? We're talking 2 here. We're talking Back to the Future 2, right?
With the sports almanac.
That's when he gets the almanac. It's 2.
Ah, is it 2? Okay,
Yeah,
whatever.
because that's when Biff becomes Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Becomes president.
He does kind of become Donald Trump. Yeah, you got
Kinda.
the hair and everything.
Yeah, it's kind of.
The sports almanac. So then I was like, if you got the sports almanac, I believe you would eventually be killed.
Oh,
Okay,
okay, so Sports Almanac in Back to the Future 2 is like Bitcoin on a flash drive in your pocket now.
Sure.
Because you know how like crypto people are being kidnapped and murdered now?
Sure.
Well,
So you're saying he'd be a target?
you'd be a target for so many reasons, but it would mess up the whole market so much that someone would, I think, execute you because, or like, you know what I'm saying, or try to figure out because they would be like somehow this one person's group, because you'd have to get a group to even bet that much, you know, you like, and then people would think you were like doing something. Either scamming or inside info.
Okay. He's bringing
you'd be
up
arrested.
something I
You'd
can
be
help.
arrested too.
If you're confused, I can help you.
No,
I've always
I
thought
get
about
it.
this. Like,
you
let's-
just have to do it once in a while, and you'd have to do some elevated bets.
you have to be careful.
But that's
Yeah.
not how you get to Biff.
You know, I thought about this.
the leader of the world.
If you boil this down to
The
like,
future.
you know the old trope of like guy who goes back to the future but has a lighter in his pocket and he's in a village and he uses the lighter and then the people think he's got magic.
Yeah.
And then
They kill him.
I have always thought they were going to kill me. Like if I'm in that scenario, I've always thought that they'd just be like I give them a little more credit than I think most people do, and I'm like, they're gonna realize that that's a device, and they're gonna chop my head off.
Maybe we're talking like a hot tub time machine scenario where it's not just one thing. Maybe he took the seed money from some of his winnings and then invested into Microsoft or something.
That's also an underrated movie. I feel like.
I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah,
and
I like that
John
movie.
Cusack. Love John Cusack.
Yeah. You could actually make.
Didn't he kill somebody, John Cusack?
I don't know.
Like
no, that was Matthew Broderick, right? Didn't he run over somebody? I love those stories. I love.
Why would you love that? Why would you say that?
I love the stories of the big celebrity, like that really hot Noxema girl ran over a kid too and ruined her life. I love the stories of you got it all. And you're just driving down the road in your
I hate
Jeep
that.
and
That's
you run
scary.
over somebody. And then
that one text just couldn't wait.
and you lose it all.
And you
lost
it all.
All that knocks
I
your
didn't
eyes
think
off
about
the
that.
prize.
I was like, man, one mistake
Yeah.
and you are like kind of ruin your life.
Okay, so Just Jen says, yes, Matthew Broderick killed somebody in Ireland. Yeah, he ran over somebody.
Oh, geez.
I don't love those stories. I'm screwing around. But
How
yeah,
much of an accident?
I
was
am
it?
a bit obsessed with
Oh wait,
the-
that's Ferris Bueller.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. You had a
yeah.
couple pints and that happened because then
I like that you said that. That's on brand.
Dom, what else is going on coming up? I know it's it's July, so we got summertime, but the food truck fests are they taking a break?
So food trucks are on hiatus right now. Our street's getting torn up, but it's actually good news for us in the long run. The street's having all the sewers repaired, and then the street is getting so it's getting leveled out. So for our festivals and stuff, the terrain is going to be a lot more less treacherous. And
Hell
then,
yeah.
Of course, we're going to have electrical boxes that are put ever so often as well, so we can kind of take the noise down from some of the generators from food trucks and things like that. And just for our festivals and our street closers in particular. It's just going to be a lot more. It's going to be beautified. They're going to put the cool lighting over the bistro, lighting over the street and stuff like that.
Oh,
so
nice.
It's just going to look pretty sweet down there. Definitely some upgrades. The city of Sanford's taking care of, the businesses and stuff down there. So it's great.
So for Sofa and Suds this year, are we gonna have a smooth
Absolutely.
race course?
Yes.
No more like cobblestone.
Right. Well, it's still going to be cobblestone, but it's going to be all even.
Oh, all even.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's brick or whatever, but it's
Yeah,
going to be
yeah.
all even and cleaned up. Super nice. So this year's going to be
Who's
terrific.
in charge of that? I don't want to. You got to take the bricks out, level
Oh,
them, put
dude,
them back in.
it's-
No, sir.
You don't live downtown before?
You know,
you
my
never
wife-
had to watch that happen for 6 months at a time?
No, I haven't. But
Right. When I lived on Summerlin, it was, man, it
That's
takes
rough.
forever.
good thing.
but it does look so
Good thing.
It does look good.
It looks like, because I am a big fan of the brick. I just think it looks really, really cool.
I couldn't stand it. I hated it.
No, every time I drive on it, I hate it. But when I
It's
look
brutal.
at it, I'm
But
like,
you look
this
at
is
it,
the way it should look.
It's pleasing. It looks great.
Yeah.
But yeah, the whole using it, there's probably a reason why there's asphalt and stuff nowadays.
Yeah.
Smoother surfaces.
Well, it's a good thing that county construction workers work fast. So
Yeah,
you're
they're quick.
you're
They have nothing to worry about. It's in good hands.
They're
in
known
good
for their
hands, you got
speed. You
nothing
see
to
what I'm
worry
saying?
about.
Like you don't have to ever worry about a county construction worker wasting any time. They get to work early and stay late. That's what I say.
Yeah. First one in, last one out.
Howdy. Anyway, anything else coming up, Dom? That,
So we just,
wanna talk about?
for the summer, we got a bunch of shows in the venue. We have this great poster of 5 Billion Dead and Gargamel, and it's done in AI. And you got to see the one of Chuck. It looks so funny, dude. He looks like a wrestler. It's great.
I'll definitely check it out.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. But like I said, we have a ton of shows every weekend. If you come to the venue, we've more than likely have live music, or we got karaoke throughout the entire summer. For July 4th on Friday, we've got Fayuca coming in. It's a free show. If you haven't seen Fayuca before, they're a great reggae rock band from Arizona.
Cool.
They got some deep roots in the reggae scene for 20 years, kind of like we do. So, and that's a free show. And like I said, we just have a ton of stuff. We've got comedy. We've got that Officer Udi guy. Is it Udi?
Yeah. I think we might be talking to.
Or is it Eddie? Is it Udi? Eddie?
I
Eddie?
don't know. I didn't get that far. I know I was trying to set up an interview. I thought it was Officer Eddie. I could be wrong.
It's just spelled weird because it's
Yeah.
EUDY.
Yeah,
so
but
I don't
I
know.
think it's Officer Eddie. But yeah,
Is it a band?
comedian.
That's comedian. Yeah. And we've got actually. I've got a promoter that's been coming in lately, bringing a lot of comedy shows in. So if you like comedy, check out our schedule because we definitely have a lot of stuff coming through.
It's a good room too.
We got Head PE coming in next month in August.
Is that I feel so alive?
No, that's maybe it is. I don't know.
No, Head PE was a different. No,
Head PE is more like a rap rock.
Yeah, they were good.
Yeah,
Hold on, I gotta pull. Now,
yeah, Head PE's got some good tunes
Make me pull up Head PE
for sure.
So Dom, when you're on tour, is it when's the last time Supervillains went on tour? Was it the last?
So for the
Couple
past few years, we've just been going to Colorado and Texas over and over again, and of course keeping to the Southwest and stuff like that. After COVID, we had some definite issues with our transportation because going a year without shows, we basically lost our transportation because we couldn't pay for it.
Yeah.
So now we've actually got a deal going with our good friends over at Giant Recreation World over in Winter Garden.
Okay.
Love me some Giant Recreation World. These dudes are the best. They rent out their vehicles. They rent out RVs as well as they sell them next door.
Nice.
But yeah, ever since we've had a partnership with them, it's been a lot easier to get out there and to make it happen.
Because you can also get the right size vehicle too, right?
Oh,
like
yeah.
You're dialing it in and not getting something too big or something too small.
Right. It's exactly right. So we have something that definitely fits our needs, but dude, they got them all. Like sometimes once in a while I'll call Tom over there and I'll say, hey, me and the wife want to go away for the weekend, and we'll get a 2-person small tiny RV that is so perfect. It's got a little bed and a little kitchen and all that good stuff.
Oh, I want to deal with it.
dude,
We're a
it's
better
the best.
businessman than you. We don't
it's
even
the
have
best.
this. Hold on, will you talk to me after the show
Well,
about
let's
this?
just say that.
Absolutely, dude. I guarantee
Get outta
you.
here.
I guarantee you, Giant Rec guys would love to be involved with.
Well,
Tom
let's
and
do
Dave.
something.
Yeah,
then, Dom.
because I love camping.
I didn't know you had a deal.
Oh, it's the
with
best,
them.
dude.
All
Like
right.
me and Brianna, once in a while, we'll just take it and we'll go to the coast and we'll just post up. Even though we live at the beach, we'll go somewhere where it's not our house and we'll just post up for the weekend
Because
right on
it
the
feels
water.
like a vacation.
Yeah,
it does.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
great. It's great.
Yeah, that was the number one reason why my dad, like, I was raised like on travel trailers and RVs and like that. I've been camping more than anything I've ever done, like
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
fun.
Sure.
And I think it was because my dad could pull his little camper to Beverly Beach and sit there and watch the surfers and watch
It's
me
the
surf
best.
and just hang
Yeah.
out. And literally, it costs nothing.
And you're in an RV. And
well, it costs
so
a little bit,
A
but-
raccoon won't get you in the middle of the night.
True.
You know, which
got
is
air
great.
conditioning. Mom's not bitching. She can drink
No
her
bugs.
wine.
Where are they
Yeah,
at?
you can fry
Recreation
fish
World?
outside. Smells good inside.
Giant Recreation World's out in Winter Garden. It's on 50 all the way down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Recreation World.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
we'll talk.
I think
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure my father purchased his last camper there.
I will
All
most
right.
definitely swap some
Okay.
contacts.
Yeah,
For
we would very appreciate it.
The best.
Well, Dom, thanks for coming in. We appreciate it.
Oh, thank you guys for sure. Thanks for having us. Like I said, drinkatweston.com or westonvenue.com to look at our schedule. Events start back up pretty soon. October, we got our Gumbo Wars where we're doing our gumbo sampling
Ooh,
again.
I'm coming to that this year.
Yeah, it's gonna be even more elevated this year with even more gumbo. Last year was great. It worked out so well that they want to bring it back. So
Nice.
we're doing it again this year. And then of course, we got you guys coming for your Bad at Business Fest, and we've got the Sofas and Suds.
Yeah.
Should be good.
That's
to wrap up the year.
November 22nd, November 23rd.
Yep.
So just mark your calendars. Always the weekend before Thanksgiving.
Correct.
For the
And-
next couple weeks, that's my life is getting all that all squared away.
Yeah,
and all that.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah. So
it's a lot.
And our food trucks will start back up most likely in August, but if not August, then September. For definitely we'll be back.
Cool.
And we got themes for the rest of the year. We got battles for the rest of the year with the food trucks. So we'll have 50 plus trucks there with you guys got to maybe come and judge again and get fed.
It'll be
down.
fun.
Yeah,
It'll be
sure.
really, really fun.
Um,
Also, I'm sure Paul would want us to mention the wellness aspect of.
Oh, dude, have you guys been down
we
there
have
yet?
not, but I just want to make sure I hit it because I know I shared something he put up there about these like midday meditations.
Sure.
Which are awesome. Like I do them in the morning, I do them at night. A midday one might help my day. But
So right now we're doing Wednesdays. We have with Ty. His name is Tai Chi. He's a Tai Chi guy, but his name is actually Tai. Super great guy. On Wednesdays we're doing that. We got Zumba classes happening, I believe, on Tuesdays right now for the Will Soul Wellness guys. That's what the business is called, Will Soul Wellness. They've got a whole ton of things over there for your health in one building. So I would check that out as well.
Looks
if you get
very,
some
very
time
cool.
if you're over there
It's
in
exciting.
Sanford. Yeah.
all right. We will see you tomorrow. Welcome to Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. We are live on Twitch and YouTube. We'd love it if you'd come hang out with us. Just search for @TomandDanLive wherever you get your podcast. Tons of videos on YouTube, too. Lots of cartoons by Swervy Jones, who's currently working on a video game. And it looks like I'm going to voice a couple of characters for his video game. So be on the lookout for that. It looks pretty cool. He's been working his ass off on that. And it is really, really cool. Very cool.
Also, we're getting some new straw hats and some sun shirts made from a company that we're now working with called Hittin' Skins, HITTN skins.com.
I feel like I need a sound effect.
And they do promotional items and merch and car wraps and, whatever
Let's wrap my
that you
car.
want. Yeah, we can.
Let's
Hidden Skins
wrap
can do
something
it.
crazy. What's the funniest thing we can wrap my car in? Let's wrap it in the Epstein files. The whole Epstein files on the outside of my car. What do you think? People stopping by to read it, all the redactions in there. It's kind of cool, right? I'm going to think out of the box.
All the files?
All the files. Every file.
I just want the Stephen Hawking file.
I still believe it. And no matter what you say, I'll still believe it. Because I want to believe. That's why I want to believe. Because I want to believe.
Was that true?
No, it was absolutely not true.
Right.
EJ reported it to us as if it were true.
I just saw me.
And then he tried to double back and act like he didn't get duped. He got duped. I know he did. You want to do some voicemails, buddy?
Yes.
Let's do a couple of voicemails. Number one voicemail that everybody sent us is this one right here.
What do you mean you're doing a podcast with a mime? You're going to ask him questions and he's going to pretend like he's getting out of a box. What am I supposed to listen to on the podcast? Now, how many questions about getting out of a box can you ask this guy? What are you guys doing with your podcast, man? What is this?
So, I got 100 of those from people that were like, and I'm glad we played it straight. We didn't address that. We didn't make one joke about like, hey, we have a mime on and make him do the thing. And we didn't do any of that. We played it straight. We're like, we have a mime. And then he opened his mouth and talked. And I love that. I love that all of you jokers out there thinking you were going to out joke us and you're a bunch of fools.
Well, so obviously we talk about Tom the Mime, who is a great guy, super nice.
I love Tom the Mime.
He doesn't do anything traditional mime. I would really categorize him more of a clown. And I don't know if that's insulting.
Don't tell that to him.
But he's doing what I see like the Cirque clowns do.
Yeah.
Or, like traditional, like they're miming, they're not talking.
Yeah.
And they're doing jokes. You know what I'm saying?
So there are clowns.
Like a mime.
So clowns can mime and mimes can mime.
Yes.
And he's a miming mime. And the clowns that you've seen are miming clowns.
So he's not miming he's miming comedy. He's not miming anything else.
No.
Like he's not miming box or rope or wind.
No.
He's like miming
trying to make you laugh.
interactions. Yeah, interactions with guests.
Yeah, he's helping to seat you.
Yeah. He's like, but which is what clowns do a lot of. And they do other stuff, the juggling, the unicycle, other clown duties.
Yeah.
But I see a lot of clowns miming comedy and interactions.
Why do they make
the
clowns help seat people? That's kind of demeaning, isn't it?
They're clowns. It's in the name.
But that what to seat
There's
people?
no
They're
demeaning
supposed to
clowns.
seat people?
Clowns cannot be demeaned.
Why don't you let the guy that shovels the elephant crab, let him help seat people? The clowns are stars. They're dressed up.
Yeah, but you can undermine a clown. You can clown a clown.
I thought it was you can never clown a clown.
You can demean. You can insult a clown. It's all part of being a clown. I know this.
Okay.
I am clown adjacent.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
I never call myself. It's disrespectful to clown.
Clown adjacent is how it's pronounced.
I think I have the mentality of a clown and the fact that I'll do anything for a laugh. Even if it's make fun of myself, make myself look dumb, I'll make you look dumb.
Yeah.
That's my favorite. But
doesn't happen very often. Yeah,
a clown, goddammit. And that's so it doesn't. Yeah. But it doesn't matter. Anything for the laugh.
Yeah. SJ is saying that Tom the Mime's rule is if he has gloves on, no talk. If he has his gloves off, he can talk.
Okay.
That makes zero sense.
It's his own mind
Yeah,
rule.
hey, have your own rule. That's fine. Let's do this one right here.
Hey guys, BDM Chris here. I'm listening to the wife cast from Friday, and I just wanted to ask Tom, did you get into any shit with Crystal after the show? Because, she complains about dreams that she has of you with other women, and then back to back, it was just like smoking hot voices calling in, hey Tom, hey Dan, on the fucking voicemails, and I know my wife would have been all over my shit for something like that. So just wondering if Crystal got on you about it, side chicks.
I don't think Crystal gets on you about really anything. I think we've given off that perception.
She does, no, she gets on me for fake dreams she has.
Yeah, but she's not going to, that was Simone that calls in, and that's how Simone sounds. But yes, Simone happens to have a very sexy voice. And I don't think
got a big one.
Research. I don't think your wife or my wife are mad if Simone calls in and goes, hi, Tom. Hi, Dan. Like, they don't care about that, right? I don't think my wife does.
No, your wife's not jealous of, she's not thinking.
She's very confident. My wife is very confident.
Over the phone, no, but she will, like, for sure, any sort of deviation from my normal routine, Crystal immediately thinks I'm cheating on her. And because her worst nightmare, she has anxiety like Daniel, where it's, any sort of.
I think you're cheating on me too.
You're like you have like you're a little bit hungry, your stomach hurts, you're like, oh, cancer.
Yeah.
So it's
I was doing that earlier today.
Yeah. That because your brain goes any sort of pain to the worst possible scenario. Any sort of like I'm acting suspicious in any way, or she perceives it as suspicious, whatever, she's going to the worst scenario, which in her mind is me cheating on her.
Over the boys dying. That's interesting.
No. That's the first.
Okay.
It's just as far as what could happen with me.
Gotcha.
Like never goes to me dead.
Yeah, I was gonna say
that's not as bad as cheating on her emotional brain. Because dead is an accident.
I would rather.
Cheating is I'm stabbing her in the heart. I'm
attacking
her.
Crystal, that's one of the things I don't agree with Crystal on that one. That last one, like that's a little heavy for me.
It's emotional. Like that's
yeah.
the worst thing emotionally that could happen to her. So she's in constant fear of it.
Was she ever cheated on?
I cheated on her.
That's a good answer. That's a Daniel answer. Holy crap! That's what I wanted you to say.
That's a clown's dude.
That's what I wanted you to do.
You're gonna hand me a balloon?
Yeah, and you'll blow it up or sit on it or something. One more. Here we go. Let's try this one.
Hey guys, it is your friend Summer. I was listening to the Friday Free Show that was released this week with Savannah, and she told the story about how she ran away from home and went to Florida to try to work at Disney World, and then she wound up running into Billy Idol at Pleasure Island when she was 16, and she lied and told him that she was older, and then he took her out partying. And that
okay, yeah, that is a true story. You need to go and listen to the Savannah show where she went to Pleasure Island as a young teen
with Billy Idol.
With Billy Idol, old ass, and he's in the news lately. Have you seen him? He's got a six-pack, man. He's like, he looks good. He looks good.
He comes up on my running reels where he's trying to break some record for like, I don't know, it was the 800 meter, some running record at his age.
The only thing that's like his body looks great. His face not so good. Face is
wow.
It's like all of
he ran it hot.
Yeah, all of his facial features are in a 3-inch circle diameter of his face, and the rest of it's just this smoothed out, melted whatever. All right, here we go.
Reminded me of something that I did as well as a young teen. I was on a school trip in 8th grade, and I think I was 13, and my friend was 14, and we were allowed to walk around without chaperones that year. And we're at the Magic Kingdom, and there were a lot of Navy guys there that day in their little white suits, and I guess they were on leave, and there was a bunch of sailors there, and we wound up meeting 2 of them in line at Thunder Mountain Now, keep in mind, I'm 13.
Oh my God! You're 13 years old. This is what's wrong with the Navy, right?
Yeah.
Couple of dum-dums, a couple of A1 bullet stoppers out there. A1 bullet stopper pedophiles.
Yeah, well, it's not there for, I mean, yeah, mini greasers.
Stop! What are you doing?
She's 14. We started talking to these two guys. They were 20 and 21.
Jesus.
And we lied to them and told them that we were 18, which I guess they believed at the time. I mean, looking back, when I look at pictures of myself, I think
do you think they're going to look at you like you're like, we're 18? They're going to be like, are you sure? Are they going to do that? Yeah, come on.
God, I look 13 years old at birth. And we wound up hanging out with these two guys the whole rest of the day, into the night, went to old Tom Sawyer's Island and, visited the caves, which I think has seen more F-banging in those caves than probably a skating rink or a movie
Jesus,
theater.
Summer.
But we wound up hanging out with them, and then I gave the guy that I was hanging out with my phone number. Now, remember, this was 91, so we didn't have cell phones. We just had landlines.
That man, General Norman Schwarzkopf. Desert Storm.
And he tried to call me.
Storm and Norman. He stormed Summer in the caverns. Oh, my God.
A couple weeks after that day, and my father answered the phone and wanted to know why a grown-ass man was asking for his 13-year-old daughter, and the guy was like, oh, she said she was 18. And my dad apologized to him. He apologized to this guy because I had lied. And said I was
Thank you for your service. My daughter lied, sir. She told me in the cavern she was 18 while I was blasting her.
And then I got in big trouble. And I laugh to think about it now, like, what if, I have a 16-year-old daughter, and I think to myself, like, what would I do? I would probably be more scandalized that the guy was trying to hook up with her. However, kids today now, I feel like they look so much older than we did back then, but, that's such an old lady thing to say. Anyway, sorry this went so long, but I thought it was funny to sort of piggyback onto that story that Savannah told. Maybe it was common for girls of the early 90s.
No, I had a girl lie to me about it. I've told that story before.
Yeah.
She
That's been
told
going
me
on.
And it will still go on. That will never die.
Well, I was about to say forever, but there was you go back far enough, it didn't matter. Where the age.
Well, we hadn't made any rules yet. We were going a little crazy.
Yeah. So when
there was no standardization.
That's been going on since they made rules. It didn't go on before that.
Yeah.
Because it didn't matter. But then we made rules, and then it started going on. And then also young dumb kids can't tell the age of people, because they're kids.
Yeah,
they're kids
that's
themselves.
a life experience.
And a
thing.
21-year-old or whatever, and you're like, how'd you not know? It's like, what?
Tracy in our chat room, and you guys know Tracy. She says, I was 16 dating a 19-year-old. Didn't matter. He had a white van, too. Wow, Tracy. Wow.
Yeah,
I'm learning a lot today from you ladies.
Hey,
a white van. And then your
Listen.
parents allowed you at 16 to date a 19-year-old? Are you insane?
Yeah. Listen, that.
Are you crazy?
These are kids of the 90s. You talk to Crystal about
Tough.
The amount of sexual harassment and also sexual abuse and attacks at her job that she went through is astounding. I'll laugh with her about it. It's not funny, but it's funny that this happened and she didn't react as, and she told other people, and they're like,
I'm sorry. You're
shouldn't
gonna
have been
have to let
standing
him. You're gonna have to let him honk your boob. I'm sorry. That's company policy.
There's a story. She told this on the air, but she used to work at this place, a shoe store, and then she was like getting shoes, and then like another coworker came up to her and pressed his B against her back, and he's like, "Look how you got me." He said that in her ear.
That's a compliment. It's the highest form of
to him it was.
No, but it is. It is.
And I'm like,
if
what?
you didn't do that, like you're like, what else can you do?
And then just all this other stuff, like, and this was the early 2000s.
Oh my
which
God!
might have been
SJ in the chat room, he says he was 17 and he was dating a 47-year-old woman. What?
Yeah, like, I mean, look, we talked to Rick Springfield one time on this podcast
about Linda Blair.
Time. Yeah, Linda Blair,
Yeah.
and she was 17, and he was like 30 or something. Like the same thing that Jared Fogel's in prison for. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But at Linda.
But can
Blair,
he sing?
but,
Can Jared sing?
And so Rick Springfield is like, it was the 70s, but I think even her parents, like, she had showbiz parents. And, like, think about Linda Blair, 17-year-old Linda Blair in the 70s that was in Hollywood.
Well, it's
like, she was already smoking and doing
Yeah.
coke.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
It's kind of the accelerated Drew Barrymore style of childhood,
Like,
which is sad.
Her
kind of.
parents didn't care. She was already, like, handling her own affairs. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a weird thing.
Yeah, there was
where-
a level of emancipation she was living, you know, like up to that point.
And looking back at 2000 at this time, when did we interview him? It was probably like
2012.
2012. Yeah. 20 and like so.
It was the first year we did the show.
But even then it was shocking. We were like, whoa, because it's on Wikipedia. We're like, let's ask him about this, which is funny. Something I'd never asked now.
I wonder why that is.
I think
Maybe this means more because it's more established now than then. Because then we were just kind of like, let's screw around, you know? Like, I don't know.
I think, well, that wasn't our job. We were doing this as effing around.
Yeah.
Like, so we weren't.
I wouldn't want the headache of his PR people writing me back and then yelling at Billy and saying, why did they call him a pedophile? Like, yeah.
Or why'd they bring up Linda Blair?
Right.
17,
Right.
You know, it's funny.
And they were laughing and they were playing a boner sound effect. You know, like,
But Tuttle got us that interview, and he lied and told them that we were on a satellite radio show.
yeah, he did.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about that.
So then there's
we
also
did a lot of lying.
There's also the element is that we didn't care about ruining Tuttle's reputation.
That's true. But Billy, we care about Billy.
Yeah.
Not so
yeah.
much Tuttle.
Yeah. But we were
Because
just
we
like,
know
he
Tuttle
didn't
will,
care.
no, Tuttle will always love us. That's the reason.
Yeah.
You hurt your family more than you hurt the ones that aren't your family.
And Tuttle wouldn't have cared.
No, he wouldn't. He'd call him back and call him a pedophile. Like, he doesn't care. Tuttle's tough as hell.
How did we bring that up to Rick Spring? We need to go back and find that audio.
I have it.
And then find how we brought up, like, hey, you remember when you dated 17-year-old Linda Blair? Like, it wasn't like that. I think, what if
it is? What if we go back and it's like, what? Are you a pedophile?
I think we said, like, hey, we saw an article that
You dated Linda Blair when she was 12.
I cannot remember.
What's that like?
we did bring it up, and then he started stuttering.
He did. But he gave us, you know what? But he gave us an answer. He got it together. He gathered. He composed himself.
What did he say? He said it was like his parents knew.
I think I can paraphrase. I think he said it's awesome.
No, he said like her parents knew it was a different time.
Yeah, I think he
like
did.
that.
He threw out some quick excuses about how different time.
And it wasn't sexual. He said.
Oh, go on. Yeah, Benny Mardones tried to pull that. The Benny Mardones fan club, when they got mad at us, he wrote a whole song about how she's just 16 years old.
Yeah.
Leave her alone, they say. Yeah, because she's 16, Benny. And then he said,
Yeah, we're like, what?
he said that whole song is about him trying to get her away from an abusive relationship. It's like, no.
Yeah, because we went through the lyrics. We were making fun of the lyrics.
Yeah,
You wrote.
separated by fools that don't know what love is yet. And I want you to know, if I could fly, I'd pick you up and take you into the night. He's saying he wants to kidnap a 16-year-old girl.
Pedophile dragon.
We're back, baby. We're back, baby.
All right, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back with more Corporate Time.